The topic is the energy level diagram of insulators, semiconductors and conductors. Now, what is an energy level diagram? Energy level diagram is a diagram which represents the energies of different electrons. Now, you take a system of atoms. Instead of having a discrete energy level, there will be a band of energy levels possessed by the electrons. Now, the electrical property will be decided by only the valence electrons. That is why we take only the valence energies. So, as far as the valence electrons are concerned, the range of energies possessed by these electrons. So, that is called as valence band. Now, well above this valence band, there is one more band that is called as a conduction band. Here, the electrons which are here are responsible for the current to flow through any element. Now you take an insulator. Now normally the electrons are in the valence band with different energies. Okay. Now when the electrons will go from the valence band to the conduction band, they should overcome the forbidden energy gap. Now in an insulator, the forbidden energy gap will be greater than 3 electron volt. So if the these electrons acquire energy greater than 3 electron volt, then only they will go from the valence band to the conduction band. But you know that how much ever we apply the energy, the current will not flow through an insulator. Why? Because when we apply the energy to an insulator, the energy will be distributed among all the electrons. So the energy acquired by each electron will be less than 3 electron volt. Maybe 1 electron volt or 2 electron volt or 2.1 electron volt, like that. So the energy cannot exceed 3 electron volt. Now what is the source of energy? We heat it, let us say. Now when we heat it, the energy will be more. Now that energy is not sufficient for these electrons to go to the conduction band. Now if we overheat, what will happen? You take wood will burn out. Instead of electrons going from the valence band to the conduction band, the material itself will spoil. Say plastic, it will melt instead of electrons go from the valence band to the conduction band. So as far as the insulator is concerned, how much ever energy we apply, the electrons will not go from the valence band to the conduction band. Therefore the current conductivity will be 0. So in this insulator, the conduction band is empty. Conduction band is empty. Now coming to the semiconductor. So the conductivity will be quite higher compared to the insulator. Insulator, theoretically the conductivity is 0. But in a semiconductor, the conductivity is not 0. The conductivity will be highly appreciable here. Now, normally the electrons are in the valence band here, like this. Now, the forbidden energy gap will be less than 3 electron volt. Let us say for silicon, the forbidden energy gap will be 1.1 electron volt, and for germanium it will be Eg will be 0.7 electron volt. So what do you mean by this? For a silicon electron which is there in the valence band, if it acquires an energy equal to 1.1 electron volt, then that particular electron will go from the valence band to the conduction band. Similarly, germanium also. So the germanium valence electron requires 0.7 electron volt to go from the valence band to the conduction band. Okay, but at absolute 0, no electrons will be in the conduction band. So we can say that the conduction band is empty. As far as the semiconductor is concerned. But at room temperature, what will happen? The electrons will acquire enough energy and they go from the valence band to the conduction band. So here there will be few number of electrons. And what will happen, there is some phenomenon happens or occur in the valence band that we'll see later what happens, etc. Now this is the conductor. So the electrons, if they get energy more than, let us say, silicon 1.1 electron volt, the electrons will go from the valence band to the conduction band, and there will be conductivity. So if you apply an voltage across the semiconductor, the current flows through the semiconductor. But in the case of a conductor, what will happen? Here the valence and conduction band is overlap. See, under normal condition, if you don't apply any voltage or electric field, the electrons will be there, valence electrons, so they will be occupied here in this particular energy level, and there will be few here. Okay, now when you apply very small energy in the form of voltage, immediately the electrons become conduction electrons and the current flows through them. So the electrons will not require much energy. They will not require much energy to go from the valence band to the conduction band. So we say that the valence band and conduction band are overlapped.